while we're here, we might as well see who else needs to go see Sithis.
I have another contract when you're ready. One that will rely on your ability to remain fully undetected.
Oh, I can do that.
Far to the west, there lives a fierce warlord and his company of loyal mercenaries. Your target is the warlord. Do you accept this contract? Excellent. Now listen closely. Nestled in the mountains to the west lies Fort Such. It is the home of the warlord Roderick and his mercenaries. Roderick has recently taken ill. He now lies in eternal slumber, kept alive only by the daily administration of a powerful medicine. You must infiltrate Fort Such, find Roderick's medicine, and replace it with a poisoned bottle I will provide, but you must remain undetected. Whomever arranged this contract wants it to look like Roderick died from his illness, so discretion is essential. Attack no one. Be seen by no one. If you are detected, the poisoning will fail, and Roderick must be killed in some other manner. That will, of course, forfeit your bonus.
Nice. This is what I love about the Oblivion quest lines, is it's not just mindless fetch-em quests. Early on, you have some basic jobs, basic contracts, you know, like with the Thieves Guild and the Mages Guild. Let's go do this. Although with the Mages Guild, pretty much from the start, you're doing important stuff. You basically uncover that the necromancers are working behind the scene, and the rest of the story is essentially seeing exactly what they're doing and why, and who they're doing it for, and so on and so forth. Not a whole lot different than the main story, really. With the Dark Brotherhood, you have other intrigue going on, but you kind of have to work your way into the inner circle before you're trusted to start doing the more important stuff. And then, of course, you uncover all the dark, sinister things going on within the Brotherhood, and it's epic stuff. These are really well-developed quest lines. They would qualify as a main story in any modern game. Each one of these, individually, would qualify as a full game, plus DLC nowadays, right? And this game was just full of them, and they kind of cross over. A lot of times you'll come across people that belong to other guilds and stuff. Is, you know, everybody belongs in this world and everything that's going on with it. Everything's not just compartmentalized, so to speak. No, it's just like a living, breathing world, and the stuff going on in it is more... It's immersive. I don't know, that's the only way I can really describe it. Probably heard me complain more than I should have, to be honest, in Skyrim, that the quest lines there just seem to be... Oh, just no art, no thought put into it. No inspiration. Whereas with these, it's like, oh, it's just epic stuff. Anyway, we're really just getting started. We've just moved up, I guess you could say, in rank. Now we're starting to work for Ochiva personally. And then, eventually we'll get to meet Lucy and LeChance again. He's essentially running the show, for the most part, at least with this particular group of the Brotherhood. Apparently there's a bunch throughout Cyrodiil. I don't recall coming across any other sanctuaries, though. If there are any other hidden Dark Brotherhood sanctuaries, at least in this map, I don't know about it. I know in Skyrim there's, oh geez, at least 2 or 3, right? Okay, so no one's even supposed to know I'm here. I think I'm going to go in through the back door. Yep, we got to get in and out without being seen. We can do this. I have my trusty invisibility spell. That is a powerful tool when dealing with the Dark Brotherhood and Thieves Guild stuff. Invisibility spell is just priceless. Man, that dungeon music is just... ah, man. Love it. I do vaguely remember my way through here. A little bit. There's several ways you can tackle this. In fact, if we want to, once this quest is done, once we've done our job here, we could come back here to fully explore and loot the place if we wanted to. At some point I want to just do some random exploring too. There's Ayleid ruins everywhere. For the sake of this walkthrough, for the most part, you know, just kind of sticking to the various storylines. I guess we probably could do a storyline at a time, but some of this stuff I kind of wanted to save for higher levels simply because, you know, the loot, the rewards, and things. Ideally, you could essentially level to about level, I don't know, 18, 20 or so before really starting a lot of stuff, just to get the best stuff. Most of the items you can actually really use come at the higher levels. The really cool rings and amulets and things like that. Of course, the enemies get a lot beefier too.
Is the medicine sustaining Roderick's life, or just postponing his death? How can he survive so long? The fever is so high. Faith? Are you telling me we're supposed to rely on the good graces of the divines?
Oh, I see her. Okay, that's guarded. Not going that way anyway. In fact, I think that bed right there, that's exactly who we're looking for. I'm more interested in the chest than anything else, really. Alright, so I think we're supposed to switch this out. I still have stolen skooma. Man, I have a lot of ingredients too. I gotta do something with all that. Go make a crap ton of potions and poisons and stuff. Okay, there we go. I think that's right. Nice. No one is the wiser. Now if we can just get out of here without anybody catching us. Go get a reward. I don't remember all the items that you get from these quest lines. I've forgotten. Some of it's pretty good stuff. But imagine how much stronger it would be, like I was saying, if we'd done this much later, you know? Don't even start the Dark Brotherhood stuff till you're like level 16, 18 or so. There may be something to that. The game may be kind of designed like that. I mean, initially, I remember when I first played... first time ever, geez, I didn't leave the Imperial City for a long time, just running around picking locks, breaking into people's houses. And I was just like, wow, this is so cool. You can go anywhere you want. You can just do whatever. Oh man, I kind of wish I could regain that, you know, get that back, that whole you know, first time thing, being an open world RPG virgin, so to speak. That would be awesome. I would say on one hand that basically playing this being the first of this type of game that I ever really played, I was maybe spoiled a little bit because the bar was set pretty high. It's true, in my mind, a lot of games pale in comparison to the overall atmosphere, ambience, creativity, the artistry that went into everything, the dialogue, the music, the world itself, the art style, I mean, you name it. The way the characters move and just everything that was just familiar to that whole world that they created here. I was spoiled to that, but on the same token, I'm also thankful because this lets you know what games can be. I think by modern standards, what people have been brainwashed or programmed to look for in games, to completely ignore the things that actually really matter. You know, I mean, if they matter to you, well then, you know, I'm not going to say they don't matter. But the stuff that I think actually has some value in games, you know, the creativity, the passion that goes into creating the game world that you're trying to pass along to the player, you know, so that they can see and share the vision that you had for that particular story and the world and the people involved in it and all that kind of stuff. Man, I hope that doesn't get lost completely. It's definitely a dying art, if not a dead one already. I don't want to accept the bitter truth that maybe that's just for the sake of modern things that people look for in games these days, that may be lost. You know, that's, oh man, I hope not. It'd be cool if game developers would go back to playing some pen and paper RPGs and remembering what it was like to imagine and to create and to invent and to have to picture these things and then take those things and bring them to life, because that is how Oblivion comes across to me. Even these menus here, like the map and stuff, come across as like character sheets from Dungeons and Dragons, and that was part of the beauty of it.
Yes.
And going back to that, you can keep all your fancy graphics and HD this and frame rate that, and that's great. That's fine. I mean, everyone likes pretty. Everyone likes beautiful. I get it, but that's just pretty. That's just pretty packaging. You got to put some substance in there. Put the substance back in the game and keep all that other stuff. Oh man. Well, hope is not completely lost. Developers may get back to that one day. I'm just scared that they may need to take a hit in the pocketbook to open their eyes and
Seeing you again is like a blessing from
realize that they're on an errant path. Right?
Ah, so you infiltrated Fort Such, remained undetected, and replaced the medicine with the poison I provided. You are truly a master of shadow. It pleases me greatly to offer you this reward and a well-earned bonus. Go now, rest. I'll have another contract ready whenever you are.
Okay, I think we may move on to do a little Fighters Guild stuff. But first I want to look at this. Let's see what we got. Fortify personality and speechcraft, huh? Okay. Gotcha. See how that... You know, seriously? Well, aside from the sword and ridiculous-looking helmet, that is beautiful clothing for a character. That is... Makes me want to play a mage. Might actually make a mage character for this. It'd be quite a bit different, actually. In exactly what... how you'd... it would really come down to equipment and spells and stuff, and the exact combinations you'd have to use. Aside from using a sword to, say, apply poison, how would you alternate that? Probably have to involve at least a dagger and a bow to some extent. That'd be something to think about. Anyway, thanks for watching. I know this is kind of a short one, but we'll get to some Fighters Guild stuff next, I think. Anyway, if you want to subscribe, you can click that button up top. If you want to catch the rest of this playthrough, you can click the image in the middle. It should send you straight to the playlist. All right, y'all take care, and appreciate you hanging out and See you later. Bye-bye.